today I want to talk to you about a very serious subject, and that subject is road rage.
What are you doing, you stupid?
Now, I didn't want driving lessons when I turned 17, like most 17-year-olds do. No, I was very well aware that whilst cars were really cool and driving one would give me lots of independence, they're also capable of being terrifying death machines. So I wasn't sure I was ready to get behind the wheel of one just yet. It took me until I was over 19 before I started getting driving lessons, and I didn't pass my test, third time lucky, until I was 21. That said, by the time I did pass my test, I was so confident in my newfound driving abilities that within a fortnight of passing my test, I drove all the way from my house in Cornwall to South Wales. You see, I had grown in confidence a lot when it came to driving, thanks in part to some advice I was given by my dad, who told me, "Emma, you don't need to just worry about what you're doing on the road, you need to worry about what other people are doing." And you know what? In spite of my newfound love of driving, I realised that was true. I did need to worry about what other people were doing on the road, because most of the time, what other people are doing on the road is annoying the hell out of me. I like to think of myself as quite a friendly, nice person, a patient person, and a good driver. For example, if I'm in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, I will be driving at 30 miles an hour. And then somebody will come up behind me and tailgate me, flash their lights at me, beat their horn, start making gestures at me, shouting swear words at me because I'm doing the speed limit. And let me tell you, I think very little of people that do that. And when something like that happens to me, despite all my confidence in my driving ability, I just go a bit mad. Of course, it kind of works the other way too. Sometimes I end up stuck behind somebody who's travelling at 30 miles an hour on a 60-mile-an-hour road for no good reason. And yeah, that makes me a bit angry as well. Oh my God, why are you going so slow? I might as well be following a snail at this rate. Yes, guys, I admit it. I've experienced road rage from other drivers, but sometimes I experience road rage myself. Not that I become aggressive or shouty or sweary or start driving dangerously because of it, because I'm not like that. But sometimes other people's behaviour on the road makes me a little bit miffed. Speed does come into it, I'm not going to lie. I live in Cornwall and lots of people come down to Cornwall and they're not used to driving on our roads. And I'd like to say to those people, look, I'm very aware that rural roads are a little bit different to dual carriageways and motorways, but that doesn't mean you have to do 30 miles an hour on a 60-mile-an-hour road, slowing down to 20 every time there's the slightest bend. It's not necessary. Also, please note, when you come to a rural location, your car's not as wide as you seem to think it is. I know you suddenly think you're driving a tank and travelling along a road that's like this wide, but actually, you don't have to slam your brakes on every time someone's coming in the opposite direction. All that's going to do is really irritate the people behind you. And it's not just speed that causes my road rage and indeed the rage of others. Here's a short list of things that other people do on the roads that drive me insane. People who don't indicate. People who cut you up. People who wait until they're almost on you until they pull out right in front of you and make you slam on your brakes. And I hate you double if you then travel well below the speed limit. People who tailgate you. People who go in the wrong lane at a roundabout and don't even put their hand up to say sorry. People who run red lights. People who deliberately park over 2 spaces in a car park. people who do their hair and makeup whilst driving. Yep, I once followed a woman who apparently didn't think to do those things before she got behind the wheel. Look, I'm not a perfect driver, nobody is, but I do always try to remember the reason that I was scared to learn to drive in the first place. Because cars are cool and amazing and it's great to be able to have the independence to go anywhere you like, but they're also capable of being terrifying machines of death. And when you're getting behind the wheel of one, you really do have a responsibility to try to drive it as safely as you can. Look, I know that there's going to be people watching this video who probably think that I really hate driving. And the irony is, that couldn't be further from the truth. I love driving! Genuinely, I love driving so much that I will make up excuses to go on a road trip. Seriously, I will stock up on Haribo, crank up those tunes and just turn my car into a small karaoke booth on wheels and just cruise on down the highway singing loudly. That's my idea of bliss. You know, it's just that sometimes there are other people on the road who make me go from I'm burning through the sky, yeah, 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light, I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. To I hate everyone on the road. And I guess that's something I've just got to deal with. Look, I've gotten myself all worked up over this. I'm getting stressy. I think what I need is to go and have a nice, long, relaxing drive. Hopefully without running into anybody who winds me up. If I come back alive, I'll talk to you next week. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to click my floaty head to subscribe. You can watch last week's video, which is all about the fact that I am a bit of a closet grammar nerd. Yeah, it's true. Feel free to let me know in the comments what winds you up about driving, and I will see you all next week. Bye! See you next week!